Maybe it's the way the mountains collapse straight into the bay, or how the old stoned streets glow after rain. Maybe it's the church bells echoing through the alleyways while cats sleep beneath medieval windows like they own the place, which honestly, they probably do. Welcome to Kotor, Montenegro. Tucked inside one of Europe's most dramatic natural harbours, Kotor feels less like a beach destination and more like a forgotten Asiatic dream kingdom. The old town dates back centuries, shaped by Venetian rule, earthquakes, sailors, traders and empires, and somehow still feels alive rather than preserved. Legend says sailors once brought cats aboard ships to control the rats in the harbour, and over time the town simply adopted them. Today, cats are everywhere, sleeping on church steps, curled up in souvenir shops, sunbathing beneath ancient walls. There's even an entire cat museum, Kotor, dedicated to them, a tiny but unforgettable reminder that Kotor embraces its quirks proudly. The streets are impossibly narrow, polished smooth by centuries of footsteps, and every corner feels cinematic. Laundry hangs between stone buildings, shutters creep open above tiny squares, and somewhere nearby there's always another cat appearing from nowhere. And Kotor cats aren't just random strays, they're part of the town's identity. Further along the bay in DwK&x, brunch at Banaza and coffee near Cordoba Platoon felt calmer, slower, almost residential compared to the busy old town. DwK&x has that relaxed Asiatic feeling where the waterfront becomes part of everyday life. And honestly, not getting round to everything somehow felt very Kotor too. It's one of those places where you stop talking mid-sentence because the scenery quietly steals your attention. Food in Kotor felt just as memorable as the scenery. Dinner at La Catedral pasta bar brought candle-lit old town energy with fresh pasta and stone alley atmospheres, while barbecued tanja delivered the complete opposite in the best possible way. Huge portions, smoky grilled meat, no fuss, just locals and travellers queuing together for some of the best comfort food in the town. And then there's the cathedral. St. Tryphon's Cathedral has stood in the heart of Kotor since the 12th century, surviving earthquakes and centuries of change. Step inside and the entire town suddenly makes sense. The silence, the stones, and the age of it all. Kotor isn't polished perfection, it's exactly why it works. Places like Moments, Scala Santa, Bonita 99 will have to wait for another trip. Same with the famous Blue Caves and the postcard perfect town of Parast. But maybe that's the point. Kotor isn't a checklist destination, it's a place you wander through slowly. A place where unfinished plans somehow become part of the memory. Even without peak summer sunshine, the bay still had its magic. Quieter cafes, softer light, fewer crowds. And that slightly mysterious atmosphere that makes you feel like you discover it at exactly the right time. And long after leaving, the thing you remember most probably won't be the landmarks. It'll be the sound of footsteps on stone streets, the smell of grilled food drifting through alleyways, morning coffee beside the mountains, and the cats of Kotor, still watching the town like they've seen every version of it before. Budva feels different the second you arrive. Where Kotor feels medieval and mysterious, Budva hits you with movement, beaches, boats, music, stone streets, espresso bars, and the Adriatic glittering in every direction. And somehow, behind all the summer energy, one of the oldest towns on the Adriatic still survives inside the walls. This was my day in Budva, Montenegro. Old Town Budva, known locally as Stari Grad, dates back over 2,500 years, making Budva one of the oldest settlements on the Adriatic coast. Venetian stone walls and buildings Narrow marble streets and hidden courtyards give the town its character, while the sea constantly crashes against the walls beside it. Budva has that balance perfectly. Part historical coastal town, part summer escape. And the deeper you walk into the old town, the more history starts revealing itself. At the edge of the old town sits the famous Budva Citadel, sometimes referred to historically as Budva Kali or Budva Kalasi. From the seawalls, the entire coastline opens up, red rooftops behind you, endless Adriatic ahead, and mountains rising in the distance like a backdrop designed for cinema. It's the kind of place where you stop taking photos just for a minute to actually look into. Inside City Museum of Budva tells the story of how many civilizations passed through here: Illyrians, Greeks, Romans, and Venetians. Budva might feel like a modern beach destination now, but underneath it sits thousands of years of history layered onto the stone. And then suddenly, within 5 minutes, you're back by the sea again. For a one-day trip, Budva somehow manages to fit a lot into a small place. History, beach life, nightlife, mountains, sea views, old churches, and coffee culture. And even after a full day, there were still places left untouched. Tivat doesn't try to compete with the drama of the mountains or the medieval weight of nearby towns. Instead, it unfolds slowly, polished, coastal, and quietly confident. Once a quiet Austro-Hungarian naval base, Tivat has transformed over the last decade into a destination defined by yachts, palm-lined promenades, and a surprisingly relaxing rhythm compared to its more crowded neighbours. The day begins simply with lunch at Babi, a laid-back local spot where the food feels rooted in the Adriatic rather than designed for tourists. It's the kind of place where the pace slows down without you noticing, and suddenly the idea of rushing anywhere feels unnecessary. And while Porto Montenegro dominates the modern image of the town, there's still a strong local food scene worth exploring. Tor nearby feels ancient and enclosed within stone walls. Tivat feels open, bright and modern, almost like the region's reset button. That is proof that not every Montenegrin coastal town needs to shout to be remembered. Sometimes it just needs to reflect by the sea. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe.